Hey, hey, hey. Sorry, guys. I'm here. I'm going to give everybody a chance to come in. I'm going to give everybody a chance to come. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Hey, Baldwin. Hey. Yeah, my shit acting a fool. Hold on, guys. Okay. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? Let me give everybody a second to come in. Hey, Kiss Baby. I'm just giving everybody a second to come in. Um, Let me know if you can hear me, cause it's acting a fool over here. I might have to switch devices. Oh, all righty, all right, all right, all right. So while we chill, I want to talk about a true love story with Benson. So let me get it together and see if y'all can hear this. Just because. In Greek mythology, there's a Greek goddess. Can you hear that? By the name of Aphrodite. Aphrodite was someone who was praised for her beauty, a beauty that hears about a mortal woman. Can you hear that? Okay. Hey, Leticia. So we're gonna talk about a real love story. You know how you have those couples, they get together at an early age and fall in love and they want to spend the rest of their life together, but they're not willing to get married. They break up, get back together, break up, get back together, break up, get back together, so forth and so on. But in the midst of them breaking up, they don't want nobody else to be with the other person. So let's listen close.
named Psyche, someone who was also praised for her beauty. People from far and wide would travel just to see her. When Aphrodite hears of this, she becomes furious and even jealous. Well, Aphrodite had a son named Cupid, and out of her jealousy, she orders her son to make Psyche fall in love with the most hideous man on earth. But when Cupid gets to her, his knees buckle. Under the moonlight, he too falls for her beauty. He then orders one of his henchmen to take Psyche to his palace. While living in the palace,
Did y'all hear that? Cupid fell in love with Psyche. Psyche was supposed to fall in love with the most hideous person. Let's go.
she would fall in love and marry Cupid. But there was one catch. She had never seen his face. Cupid would only visit her at night, and under the cover of darkness, his identity was unknown. Psyche eventually grew curious and wanted to know who she married, at least see his face. So one night when Cupid slept, she grabbed a candle and she lit it in order to try to gaze upon him while he was sleeping. But when she did this, it backfired. Burned by the wax, Cupid would awaken. Once alert, he becomes furious. He flees into the night, vowing never to return.
Can y'all imagine falling in love and marrying a person and you have never seen a face? Well, a lot of that is happening these days. A lot of that is happening in our day and time. I met a 72-year-old lady that is dating on the internet. She met a guy online and never seen him, don't know what he looked like, but she's in love. At 72, he done promised her he was gonna buy her a car because her car got stolen. Listen, y'all, we have to be in care. We really have to be careful, but we also can't help who we love. Let's go.
A hurt Psyche would turn to his mother, Aphrodite. She would beg and plead for mercy and beg to be with her son. Aphrodite then agrees, but only if she can come. She had ordered Psyche to go to the underworld and retrieve Persephone's beauty cream. Persephone was the goddess of the underworld. She was also known as the Queen of Death. So she travels to the underworld, and when she gets there, Persephone agrees to give her this beauty cream. But Persephone didn't like Aphrodite. Instead of giving Psyche the beauty cream, she fills the box with Stygian sleep, and she tells Psyche never to open it. But on the way back, once again, Psyche becomes curious and she opens the box. And when she does, she falls into a deep sleep. When Cupid hears what happens, he takes Psyche to Zeus. He then begs Zeus to heal her, and in the end, Zeus does. And then Cupid and Psyche live happily ever after. By now, you may.
Imagine that. Imagine that. Don't that sound like Adam and Eve? They always say curiosity kills the cat. Hmm. See, a lot of people, they don't fall in love with you, they fall in love with the thought of you. It's the thought. It's not you, it's the thought. Now, first of all, I'm scary. I want to see who I'm laying down with. I want to see who I'm talking to, who I'm dealing with. I want to see you. You're not coming to me at nighttime and I can't feel, look, and smell. Okay? So let's continue.
Be asking yourself, what does this have to do with true crime? Well, stick around to the end and you'll see where I'm going with this. December 20th, 1999. The world would make way for Marsha Nash. Nash. The place she called home would be Detroit, Michigan. In her early years, she's described as someone who was polite. She was also thoughtful.
Here we go. Detroit and Ohio, man, cursed. Okay? But let's listen.
He was your average child who enjoyed singing and dancing and hanging out with family and friends. As we all know, life is a mystery. You never know what the future holds. And as fate would have it, the same year she was born, someone else was born months prior. Someone who in her future would become Benson Harris would enter this world. Benson is described as a good kid, someone in the area. While in school, he was attentive. He also was a part of the JROTC program, a military program that teaches
Hey,
self-discipline
Jamie.
as well as things to guide you along your path.
So we listening to a love story, the Marche and Benson. Yeah, I'll do my commentary after we listen close.
Of life. Growing up for Benson was no cakewalk. His father was murdered when he was younger, and he was raised by a single mother. For a single mother, things can get hard at times, but she did the best she could to raise him, and things turned out okay. It is. He would make a relationship official with Marsha Nash. At the time, they were both 20 years old. Marsha is now described as someone who was funny. She was also outgoing and also giving. Someone who wore feelings on her sleeve. She was someone who was always smiling and upbeat. She would
So Marche is putting every. She looked past the looks and everything. She was in love. Hey, Miss Parker, my baby, my love, I love you. Marche looked past everything Benson had going on. She was just in love with the thought. And for him, the same thing. See, they didn't love each other for happiness. They were both very unhappy. So, with their unhappiness, that's how they found their happiness.
often take to social media to say she was depressed and just wasn't where she wanted to be in life. But although she was down, she had hope. Hopes that her future would be better. father. Lucky for Benson, Marseille was someone who only saw the good in people. She was her, and to her, official, they would come to find that they were about to welcome a child into this world. Upon giving birth, things would change. For Marseille, it was her first child, and she was elated to be a mother. Benson had a child from his previous relationship, but it was also different for him because this time he was having a child with someone who motivated him, someone who had his back no matter what, someone who pushed.
Imagine that. And when y'all think about it, thank you, by own different type of love. It's deep. This is deep.
He knew that things needed to change. He needed to make his exit out of the streets and
I'm
make a better
thankful.
life for his family. For the couple, the child would only strengthen their relationship. They were no perfect couple. They would often break up and get back together. But even when they broke up, the people around them knew that their love was so strong that a minor disagreement wouldn't be enough to break them up. By the year of 2021, they would both be 22 years old. They had been together for a few years now and had their future planned out. But sadly for the couple, those future plans would be placed on hold. A tragedy would occur. It would occur in a city that is no stranger to violence. For the officers of Detroit, Michigan, it's just another case, another homicide. But for the family,
Now, I know IDT. This is where I be at. When I get tired of hearing the screaming and stuff, I come over here for peace. So these two loved each other. And like they say, God work in mysterious ways. They loved each other to death. To death. The toxicity of things. I don't like to argue. I don't like to fight. I don't like to do none of that. Like, the only time they were good is probably when they was doing adult things. Yep, I watch her too. I sure do. Yep, I watch her too.
they were missing a loved one, and life as they knew it would never be the same. October 18th, 2021, the Detroit, Michigan PD would be dispatched to a Marathon gas station at around 8:30 p.m. The officers are responding to a call about a shooting. When they arrived to the location, they would notice a vehicle sitting still. The officer, someone else was at the scene, a 9-month-old baby. The victims would be identified as 22-year-old Marseille Nash and 22-year-old Benson Harris.
Imagine that. They go to the gas station together with their 9-month-old baby to be unalived. Talking about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Then you never know when it's your time to go. You just never know. and then her baby was in the car. But that's not the half of it.
Lindsay. To add insult to injury, they would come to find that they were not only the parents of a son, but they had just had a daughter and still in the hospital. They are now actively working a double homicide investigation, and with no real suspects, they would reach out to the media in hopes of generating leads.
Thank you. Two people are shot and killed at a gas station on Detroit's west side, right in front of a baby.
Yeah, incredibly, the child was not hurt. Fox 2's Robin Murdoch live for us outside DPD headquarters as police investigate and work to track down those suspects. Good morning, Robin.
Good morning, Ryan and Amy. It's amazing that this little child, this baby that was in the back seat of this car, was not injured in all of this when you look at the surveillance video. Now, police did release a short clip of surveillance video that shows the two suspects involved in the shooting. They also released a couple of still photos taken from that surveillance video and hope someone out there might recognize the pair of suspects. We are live outside Detroit Police Headquarters. Robin Murdoch, Fox 2 News.
Days after the incident, authorities would arrest a few suspects.
They have a premature baby still in the hospital fighting for her life. They have a 9-month-old in the back seat of the car. Now, Benson, he was shot multiple times where she only had. Can y'all hear me? I done got knocked all the way out of here. Lord have mercy. Thank you for becoming a member, Kiss. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can y'all imagine going to the store as a family, never to make it home again? Probably coming just ambushed. And not only that, hey, Kiki, hey, Hood. Not only that, he was an only child. But to lose the only one, child. Now remember when he was young.
This was something planned. These suspects came there and they were intentionally aiming for Benson. Through a tip, the officers would discover that the assailants thought Benson would be alone. But although they noticed he wasn't alone,
Shout out
and
to
there was
Truth
even a
for
child
Reality.
present, they still decided to go through with the act. An autopsy would conclude that Benson would be hit multiple times, while Marche suffered one wound. They know that at the time that Marche Nash was hit, she was holding her 9-month-old child. But even after being hit, the only thing on her mind was the safety of her child. She managed to take her last strength and place her baby in the back seat. Thankfully, on that day, their son went untouched.
Hey, Kristen,
Although the
welcome. You
authorities have
good?
suspects, they haven't been formally charged.
Now listen at that. They arrested suspects, but no one was officially charged. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. But see, we have to understand when we in that street life, anything can happen. I wouldn't want to have to look over my shoulder every time and then you're taking the mother of your children with you. Oh, delete that cash app. Delete that cash app. Oh my God. No. Let me see. Delete comment. Oh my God. Ooh. Nope, 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 nope. Y'all, my internet is acting just flat out stupid. Lord. Hey, Petty Queen. Anything can happen at any time. Men are losing their life due to lyrics, words, then a punch in the head. Like you're losing your life over a punch in the head. Yeah, my internet is messing with it real bad, real bad. Like lyrics to a song is getting people out of here the fastest. And you're right, Kristen. A lot of them do think they untouchable. They really live in that delusion, like they really live that life they rapping, and they really don't be. They really don't be living that life.
They once again reached out to the media for any tips, but none were provided. In the months leading up to the incident, Benson was making some cryptic posts. He was saying that he wanted to see his other children before it was too late. He was also making posts that suggest he may have been into it with some people. This is no more than speculation, but one thing is true, and that's that the wages of war will always be death. In this situation, it claimed 2 people, and one of them was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. For Marche Nash, her only sin on that day was being in love, and in the end, it cost her everything. In the beginning, I shared the story of Cupid and Psyche, a woman who fell in love with a man whom she had never seen. Psyche is similar to a lot of women in this day and age. She learned to look past the darkness and greet the person within. When Psyche decided to light the night to see her lover, she exposed the truth. She knew right then and there that she was dating a god, and this relationship was no good for them. But by then, the thought of danger wasn't enough. It was too late. She had already fallen. In that moment, her love was stronger than fear, and in the midst of pursuing this relationship, she would be harmed and fall into a deep sleep.
He's all I had, the only child God gave me.
A grieving mother, barely able to speak about her only child, 22-year-old Benson Harris Lindsay, who was shot and killed, along with 22-year-old Marche Nash in a Marathon gas station, 8:30 Monday night on Detroit's west side.
I'm not saying he was good or perfect. All I'm saying is that wasn't worth his life, whatever he did.
And what's worse is that Marche was holding the couple's 9-month-old son, Braylon, in her arms when she was shot.
It's just horrific. I mean, it's just no words for it. I can't even imagine what the families are going through. Our thoughts and prayers are with the families that,
How sad is that? How sad is that? He was the father of 4. She was the mother of 2 and didn't even get to really know her baby that was still in the hospital. Can you imagine what that does to the family? Probably no paperwork in order, no living will, no nothing. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you. Imagine that. 22 years old. Life is ended. Hey, Cupcake. That is the saddest shit. That is sad. I can't even imagine. Yeah, Cupcake, because I don't know. I don't even know how to drop a membership link, baby. I think they say you will have to go to Safari. Mm-hmm. I'm Team Android. Exactly, Kristen. They haven't even started their life yet. But we live so fast that it just goes right on by. It just goes right by. Like I tell people now, it's not the sickest to go. Because now they leaving before the elderly. If they get a chance to make it to our age, hey, they winning.
You got 2 families that have to bury 2 22-year-olds.
And what police are calling a miracle, the child was unharmed.
Now you've got a 9-month-old who's out here who has to be raised by the parents, and at some point told the story of what happened.
We don't know. We don't know what he was into. Not for real. We know he was working, and he was trying to take care of those kids. But I don't know who did it or why they would do it.
As of now, this case is still an ongoing investigation. What happened to 22-year-old Marche Nash and 22-year-old Benson Harris Lindsay is completely tragic. In all, Benson Harris was the father of 4 children, while Marche was the mother of 2. Their children will now grow up without a mother or a father. Rest in peace, Marche And Benson, thank you for being a light for others. I truly hope you receive the justice that you deserve.
So if y'all were here, go back to the beginning of the story where you got Aphrodite, Psyche, Cupid. You know, we have to talk to our youth. I don't even know how to drop that, y'all. Somebody dropped the link. Because if I go out of here, it's probably going to knock me out. So, one thing about it, we need to talk to our youth. Like, with me, I talk to my boys. I told them, it's okay to be honest. You get a girlfriend, your first piece of tail, you might fall in love, but it's okay. If that's not what you want, let them know before it get too deep. If all you want to do is, and I'm watching my words, y'all, be a F buddy, let her know. Let her know. You ain't trying to fall in love. You don't want no feelings involved. If she can't handle that, y'all don't need to do nothing. Because like the family said, they don't know what he was into. So at 22 years old, you moving at the speed of lightning. And then you don't get to take none of it with you. Whatever you had going on, you done left your family in shambles. You done left your family in shambles. They have to pick up the pieces. And they don't even know what was going on in your real life. And whoever took your life could possibly attempt to take theirs. And then it be in the small towns where the kids have absolutely nothing to do but either sell drugs or rob people or unalive people because they ain't got nothing else to do with their time. We got to talk to our youth. Hey, Roast. I used to take mine to the morgue. When I worked at the hospital, on Saturdays, I got to take mine to the morgue and let them see. Who's my BF Roast? Who you took from me, Roast? Yeah, I got some good kids, I can say. And I have one that's he gonna have to figure it out. Oh, you took me. I'm cool with that. You can have me, Roast. This generation, as tough as they want to be, they have actually gotten weaker. This generation has gotten weaker. I don't care how tough they want to be. And see, that's why trying to be tough is getting them in prison, in an urn, or a casket. They have gotten weak. Back in our days, we would meet up at the bus stop, get our fight in, and go on. Meet up at the park, meet up somewhere. Can take an L. Nowadays, oh no. Oh no. So about 3 days ago, at the mall, they were doing an event, gloves up, guns down, and I was actually surprised to see that. They were out there in the parking lot boxing. Yeah. They get on, they IG, man, listen. This generation, I don't even know if we can call it snitching because it just seems so normal that they tell on themselves because they so eager to let the world know or try to portray like they tough. But you really telling on yourself. And then when you get in that interrogation room, you get to telling more. They tell you, you have the right to remain silent. Hey, Miss Star. That's like telling them to tell every damn thing they know. But then they say they scared because they might get unalived for being labeled as a snitch. No, y'all shake hands with snitches every day. Snitching has become the new it. They don't care about that no more. They don't give a damn. So you can do the crime, but you can't do the time. I don't understand that. Why not? Validation is very detrimental these days. Very. Because everybody want to prove to somebody. They got something to prove to somebody. The only thing that people need to do is fight to be a better them every day. I have always told my kids, don't say you want to be like me. I want y'all to be better than I was. Exactly. Like, listen, when I be watching stuff on my phone, all of a sudden, it'll start coming up in the algorithm. Them phones record everything. Everything. Once it's out there, it's out there. And we know these days and times, They don't turn their phones off for nothing. They on their phones at dinner time. That's why families are so broken now, because social media, the internet has taken over the household. Don't nobody go outside no more because they on the internet. Like, this internet has become a safe place. And yet, it's getting them locked up. Everything is recorded. Everything. Everything. It's sad. It's really, really sad. So we'll stay for a few more minutes. But what y'all think about that one? Well, Christian, that's the only way to be, is open and honest with your children. See, with me, listen, I wasn't really sheltered as a kid, but I was sheltered as a kid. See, I grew up military. I had a maid. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to make my own bed. I didn't have to wash dishes. I didn't have to do none of that as a kid. So when I started having my kids, I didn't want it to be that easy. You know, some kids love discipline. And I ain't talking about this physical discipline. Some kids look at being, you know, like on a schedule. Kids recognize that, and some kids actually appreciate it. That's just like in a relationship. I don't want my man to tell me yes to everything. I don't want no damn yes man. What I'm with you for? Kids need structure, and some kids like it and appreciate it. See, with me, I didn't give my kids what they wanted. They had to earn that. Just like today, they work for what they want, because that ain't my issue. I'm going to provide you with what you need. And there's a difference. And a lot of kids don't know the difference. Just like in a relationship, I don't want to be needed in the relationship. I want to be wanted. I don't want Giant to need me for nothing. Just like I ain't finna be with nobody I need. I can do every. I can basically take care of my own needs. I want to want. I'm with you because I want to be with you, not because I need to be with you. There's a difference, and therefore we need to start talking to our youth. We are burying our kids and getting GoFundMe at such an early age. It's ridiculous. And you talking about the world is overpopulated? Is this what we doing now? We take each other out. But when a blue person do it, y'all want to have marches and gatherings and all that stuff. It needs to be the same across the board. Every life matters. Why not? Exactly, Kissed. You know, Christian, that's why I use my dishwasher. I like doing my own cleaning. Because the only thing that my parents did was basically like made me bougie. But I'm glad I didn't carry that with me. I don't want nobody else doing my damn laundry. I want to do my own laundry. I don't want nobody else cleaning my house. When my dad went into the field, we had babysitters. My mom was right there. Why couldn't she be a mom? We had the Boys and Girls Club. Yeah, just go. Be back by 8. Be in by 8. It wasn't even the street lights when I was living in Germany. Now, it changed. It changed. Do you hear me? I went from not knowing how to wash dishes to get my ass whooped because I broke them to now I'm gonna wash my own shit. So, yeah, I had to teach my kids. See, I didn't want. That's what I say. I don't tell my kids be like me. No, be better. I want to be like my mom when I grow up. No, be better than your mom when you grow up. Yeah, I ain't with that stuff. I am not property. I am not no. We have to talk to our youth because these young boys nowadays. Let me tell y'all something. When I moved here to Vegas, hey my baby China, hey D Money. Let me tell y'all something. When I first moved to Vegas, the shit I saw, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. These men. That's why I have an issue with pimps. I will spit on a pimp in a heartbeat. I will spit on a pimp in a heartbeat. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? And then I tell these girls, if you gonna be out here walking the blade, you might as well do it for yourself. What is you doing it for him for? Look, that's a whole nother conversation. We'll talk about that on a whole nother live. But we have to talk to our babies. We have to engage with our babies. We have to let them know it is okay. It's okay to be alone. It's okay. It's okay to be told no. It's all right. Ain't nothing gonna hurt you by saying no. You are allowed to say no. It's okay. Y'all, we have to talk to our babies. All right? That note, I'm going to end it with my Miss Parker and Mahaya. Baby, like I say, China, this a whole nother. I couldn't have a kid in these days. Hey, Miss Pooh Bear, I literally could not have a kid 2025. This generation is different. Welcome, Ladria. Welcome. Hey, Beanie Baby. Hey, Gru. This generation is different. Just like with my grandkids, baby. This generation is different. Hey, Jill. Baby, listen. And I'm gonna say this before I get out of here. When they did that No Child Left Behind, they left every child behind. Hey, Nick. When they said No Child Left Behind, they left a lot of children behind. The teacher's not teaching out of love no more. They teaching out of a paycheck. I mean, ain't nothing the same. We'll have to talk about that on another live thing because we'll be here all day. Yeah, I mean, and see, they have to know it's okay to say no. And then they have to know it's okay accepting a no. Like I say, when I taught them at an early age, I ain't with the wants, I'm with the needs. So they started working to get what they wanted. Because let me tell you something. I ain't the mom spending $300 on a pair of jeans when I got four kids. Absolutely not. I'm not the mom spending $210 on one pair of shoes when I got 4 children. Absolutely not. You can earn it. You're going to work for it. But as far as me just go, no. No. Hey, Jenny. Welcome, welcome. Y'all came in late because I'm about to get out of here. I've been here an hour. I love each and every one of y'all. Thank you for grabbing memberships. Support the channel. Hit the like button. And let me drop this Cash App one more time. Y'all, I'm going to get better at this, I promise. Oops. I promise I'm going to get better at this. Oops. Y'all, I done forgot my damn Cash App that fast. Well, now, said the brown cow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we'll have to get into the other stuff because, baby, I'm just going to say this. See, even I taught my boys it was okay to cry and have emotions. You less than a man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But oh shit, here you go again. No, not that one. Oh my god, shit. Let me see here. Nope. Thank you, China. Thank you. You got it. Because I'm messing up like a big dog. My internet over here tripping, girl. It knocked me all the way out. But yeah, listen. It's either relationships or relationships. If you understood what I just said. You know, to unalive someone is one thing. But to unalive the person you say you love is something totally different. It's something totally different. And I hate that Marsha was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And thank God her baby. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Thank God her baby wasn't hit. Thank God her baby wasn't hit. It was by the grace of God that her baby missed. So until tomorrow, guys, y'all be good, and I'll see y'all out in the YouTube streets, okay? Hit the like button.